what were some of your fond memories that you had with her, even before Alzheimer's?
Um, my mom raised us with a very strong face. She was a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
She would not want us to do the things that she didn't want us to do.
Mm-hmm.
My mom she'll confront some of my friends, the ones she would not want me to go out with them. She'll
Yeah.
confront them and tell them, I don't want to see you with my daughter. So she's that kind of a person. She was very strict. And sometimes,
Yeah.
honestly, she lived in Yaoundé and we stayed most of the time with our grandma in Bamenda. So when she comes
Mm-hmm.
to Bamenda, we all have to adjust
Yeah.
because we are asking when is she going back. So literally, our grandma raised us during the early part of our lives, and we're so fond of her. But when my mom comes over to visit us, we will just not, I mean, everybody was just scared because we didn't know what was coming after. She was such a disciplinarian. We used to call her Margaret Thatcher. So when she's coming
Yeah.
around, we say Thatcher is around. So you have to adjust and be who you are. Not only
Right.
for us, her siblings too, where she was so tough with her siblings. I remember
Yeah.
my aunt told me that even when she was in college, my mom beat the hell out of her when she started rubbing cream or maquillage or whatever.
Oh
And
my
my mom said,
gosh.
"No, you cannot do that." So she said she will never forget that time.
Mm-hmm.
The fond memories. I have a lot of memories of my mom because when my mom retired, 1 week after I had my twins, she came over to live with us. So there's so much memory. So my mom has lived with me for like 15 years now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just a blessing to have lived with her and enjoy that time that I had with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
She was basically the cook in the house. She was the one that took care of
Yes.
my kids. She would take care of she took my friends as if they were her friends. She would call their
Yeah.
husbands her son-in-laws. And she was
Yeah.
just that kind of a person in the community that everybody liked her.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I still have those. I thank God for those memories, and I just thank God for blessing me with a woman like that. That I had to,
Mm-hmm.
she raised me up to be a strong woman. She
Yeah.
raised me up to be an independent woman, no matter what. She raised us up, all of
Yeah.
us, me and my siblings and my the other daughters that she inherited, and
Yeah.
we are who we are today because of our mom, and we give her
That's
the
true.
credit for that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I can attest to that. Her cooking was always on point, And yeah, even when you had the babies, I remember coming to visit and I saw her. That's the first time I saw her when I came here to America. So and I think she also just came at that time as well. So I can definitely attest to that. Now, what were the activities or what were the things that she really liked doing?
My mom, first of all, she served God with every ounce of her life. She
Mhm.
sang in the choir. She was the one of the best alto singers I could think of. She sang with the likes of Peter Isoka and all of that.
Mhm.
They sang in the congregational choir in Yaoundé. She
Mhm.
sang at the NBC choir in Bamenda. So singing was just, even during her dementia period, that
Yeah.
was what was keeping her alive and just keeping her excited when she hears these gospel songs or whatever. So, like I said, she liked that. She liked to travel. She traveled when she came to the US. She would travel all over to see her family. She loved her family so much. And she was that person that likes to gather the family together. When there's any problem, she'll want to be the problem solver. She's always there for everybody. And my mom is that kind of a person that if something is at stake, she doesn't mind to step on your toes and go get that thing done and then come back
Yeah.
and say, I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
why some people really didn't like that aspect of her, but she was just who she was. And because I knew who that aspect of her, because there's so many things about her that I carry around with me right now. But
Mhm.
I think I see that part as, I mean, if something is at stake, you have to go get it done. Some people might
Mhm.
not like it, but she was just that trooper in the family that it's just like a piece of everybody left us and just went away because
Yeah.
we always run to her for things that are really crashing up, and she's that man that she'll be the one that will always be able to bring out a solution to a problem that we always had.
Yeah.
But you know um she loved to, like I said, she loved to travel, she loved to cook, she loved her grandchildren to death, and that was
Yeah.
just a blessing to her. She was all around us, and that was one of the reasons when she was here she really didn't see any need to go back home, because she
Mhm.
was among her kids who were all here,
Yeah.
and all her grandchildren were here with her as well. So
Mhm. 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 I would only imagine. Now, she was basically the caretaker for your kids, and she was like that strong support system.
Yeah.
After I've had a daughter, I wish my mom was here. I
Yes.
mean, she cannot be here all the time just because she's working back home in Africa. But honestly, we tend to underestimate the value of help that we have, regardless of who is coming from. Because especially with the schedule in this country,
Mm.
it's like almost impossible to have a full-time job and not have additional help to take care of kids,
Right.
so I can only imagine how much of an essence, like how much value she brought to the
Yes.
household,
Yes. Yes.
just her presence. But now, how did, like, what signs did she show, or how did we even come about the diagnosis of Alzheimer's? Like, what what did when did things start, getting different?
You know, usually she started forgetting a lot and more often, but I took it like, you know what, we always forget,
Mm-hmm.
it's part of life. But some things she'll forget, I wasn't really, I guess I was in denial, Jabi. I think I was in denial because my daughters were very close to her, especially Abigail was like the closest person to my mom. She could blink and tell you what my mom will do the next minute. And my mom, that was her favorite
Mm-hmm.
grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it is what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
when she started, Abigail will come and tell me, Mom, grandma is reading pictures on the wall. She's talking to people on the pictures. She's doing stuff and all that. I just tell her, I say, get away. That's not my mom, because I know who my mother is. So I
Mm-hmm.
keep telling, she will come, my nieces will come like, Auntie, grandma is, I said, no, that is not her. Because when I go back and I ask, I say, Ma, I hear you're reading pictures on the wall. You're talking to pictures. Is that right? She'll be like, how dare them say you that kind of a thing? That's a lie. And so I usually take it with a pinch of salt, like, that's not my mom. So this day I came back home. I saw the dining table all set up, all like she was expecting somebody, or we're gonna have a good dinner or whatever it was. So when I asked her, I'm like, Ma, what is going on? Because I call her Ma. I said,
Mm-hmm.
Ma, what's going on here? Did you cook or are we having? She said, oh yeah, I'm having some people are coming over. I said, who are they? So she showed me a book with the Medicare people pictures and showing some pastors. These pastors are coming. I'm like, I don't know these people. Who are they?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, Ma, you're confused now. What is going on? So that is when everything dawned on me. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. So I said, Ma, do you realize this is a picture? She said she just tried to cover it because that's one of the characteristics of Alzheimer's. Like the early stage of it, they'll try to cover stuff up. When you catch it and you want to ask them, they'll be like, it's all right, I'm fine, it's okay. Just to cover stuff up, just to make you not to understand that they're forgetful or they're doing stuff. So I brought my husband's picture. I said, do you know this person? She said, of course, that's Francis. I said, can you talk to him? Can he talk to you? He said, no. So I realized there was something was not right. So I quickly called her primary care physician. I said, I need to bring my mom in.